RusAme reader, Kurosung, and today I will be reading to you from Never Left by Plastic Bag 3207. Now, on to Chapter 4. America yawned as he woke up, but not in a place he imagined. He was in a field of flowers, marigolds. What the heck? He mumbled to himself as he stood up. Wait a sec, I'm not a dog anymore. Woohoo! He yelled excitedly. But there was something that was different. He had large, white, fluffy wings. Whoa, I look like Poland now. Sweet! I wonder, can I fly? The country thought aloud. Then it occurred to him, how did he get here? He looked around and didn't see any people, but there was a pond. America walked over to it and looked into it. Wait! Russia! He yelled. In the pond, he could see Russia sleeping. Then he noticed Chips on the bed next to him. He splashed into the water, reaching down to try and get to his lover. I just want him to be okay, he said before swimming down. At first, it seemed like it was working, but then it started to seem endless. Suddenly, he felt something grab him and start to pull him back up. He felt himself thrown back onto the shore of the pond. Were you trying to drown yourself? America heard a country ask. He looked up to see Yugoslavia. No, I just want to see Russia, he said, standing up and heading back into the pond. The other country rolled their eyes and grabbed America's arm before he could get too far. The pond is endless. There is no bottom, they informed the determined country. But that's not fair, America pouted. Well, deaths are not fair. America turned and looked at the other country. So, I am dead, he said. The other nodded. I don't really know what this pond is for, but I've heard the others say that they see their loved ones in it. You don't see anything at the bottom? America asked, tilting his head. The other country just shook their head. Who else is here? He asked. Well, there's quite a few. Ottoman Empire, Austria-Hungary Empire, Third Reich, Second Reich, USSR, basically anyone who has died. Unless they are in the same situation as you were, where they've been reincarnated. In that case, they'll only be here as long as their alive self is asleep. Yugoslavia explained. America nodded and turned his head to look back into the pond. I just wish he knew that I'm okay, America thought to himself as he watched Russia sleep. Russia groaned as he was awoken by his alarm clock. He mumbled a few profanities under his breath and smacked the little black box. Russia rolled over, not really in the mood to get up at the moment. Then he paused for a moment, as if he'd heard something else moving around. Opening his eyes, he saw Chips wagging his tail and with his nose inches away from Russia's face. Russia groaned. I thought I told you to stay off the bed, he grumbled. The dog just licked him in the face and returned. This made Russia smile. He missed when America would kiss all over his face over and over again to wake him up in the mornings. Well, come on, dog. Let's go. I'm assuming that you're probably going to want to eat something, the man said as he hobbled his way out of his room, the white dog following close behind. Though as he reached the stairs, Chips bumping into the back of his legs, the man looked at the dog. Did you do this? he asked, pointing to the big bed that had been pulled halfway up the stairs. Chips only wagged his tail. The man rolled his eyes. "You remind me of Germany's dog," the man mumbled. "Actually, we could go see him today. Or anyone, really. I just need to get out of this house." The two continued to make their way to the kitchen. Russia had just decided to push the bed back down to the bottom of the stairs and pull it up later. He poured the recommended amount of dog food into the bowl and set it down for the dog to eat. But instead, Chips just stared at him. "What? It's your food. I'm not going to eat it for you," Russia said. The dog just stared at him. "I don't eat breakfast. Just eat your food, or you'll starve," he said, walking off towards the couch. America just stared at the bowl. Sure, he was hungry, but he really didn't want to eat dog food. So he just followed Russia and jumped up onto the couch with him. Russia looked at the dog with an annoyed glance. Probably because he didn't want the dog to think he could get on any furniture he wanted, but he looked back to his phone and started texting Germany. "Hey, sure, I got the dog." "Ooh, what kind? What's their name? Can I have a picture? Are they a boy or a girl?" "Jesus, slow down, dude. Give me a sec." Okay, sorry." "You're good. Here's a picture." "Aw, so cute." Russia laughed at how excited Germany was. That man had always loved dogs. He loved dogs more than any other person Russia knew. "It's a he, and his name is Chips." "That's an adorable name. When did you get him?" "Yesterday." "Nice. You want to hang out? I could bring Fritz." "Actually, can I go to your house? I really need to get out of here." "Sure thing. You okay?" "Yeah, just, you know." "I understand. How's about 11? "That's great. See ya." "Okay, bye." But before Russia put his phone down, he sent a picture on the group chat of him and his siblings. He knew that most of his siblings would probably not care at all, but some, like Belarus, would be ecstatic to see that Russia had gotten a dog. He then went to a different group chat to send the picture, with all of his friends. Well, more like America's friends that slowly accepted him as one of their members more over time. Most of them seemed pretty excited. Others were complaining that it was too early, because apparently 10 a.m. is early. Then again, Russia had always been an early riser. He just slept in today. He was interrupted by Chips walking towards him. Russia raised a brow. The dog stepped on him as it made its way to lay on his chest. Russia sighed. "Now I can't get up. Thanks, dog," he said sarcastically, but Chips didn't move. He just laid there, enjoying the warmth. Russia sighed and started to pet the dog. "You do realize that I need to get up at some point, right?" The dog just grunted. The man rolled his eyes. After about 10 minutes of laying there, Russia pushed the dog off of him. "Sorry, Sleeping Beauty, but we need to be somewhere at 11, he said to the dog and walked upstairs to go take a shower and get dressed. Russia pulled into his friend's driveway and parked the car. He watched as Germany and Poland walked out to meet him and give him hugs, which he politely returned. He opened the passenger door and let Chips jump out. Germany squealed and dropped to his knees to get on the dog's level and drown him in scratches and pets. While Poland also wanted a chance to see the dog, He let his husband be fascinated for a few minutes because he found it adorable. After letting Germany be a dork for a few minutes, Poland shoved him to the side and started to love up the dog too. Germany looked over to Russia. "Should I go get Fitz and Duxie?" the German man asked. Russia nodded, so Germany left to go get his dogs. "You should have named him Floppy, because of his floppy ear," Poland said as he messed with the left ear. "Well, there's a reason I named him what I did, but feel free to call him Floppy all you want, as long as he knows what his real name is," Russia said, trying not to think of America at the moment. That was kind of why he had the motivation to come here. There was a moment of silence before Poland and Russia heard Germany yelling. "All right, I got both of them on a leash, just in case anything bad happens," Germany yelled as he opened the door and let his and Poland's 2 dogs out. The first was a standard short-haired German shepherd named Fritz. Second was a black and tan standard Dachshund named Duxie. Chips just looked at the other dogs, seemingly not bothered. Fritz wagged his tail and jumped around, obviously excited that he got to meet a new dog. Duxie seemed indifferent, as she usually was. All she was really focused on was going and getting attention from Poland. The 3 countries decided that none of the dogs hated each other, so Russia let go of Chips's collar, and Germany took off the leashes of Dukes and Fritz. The German shepherd barked and ran around the yard, trying to get the white mix to chase him. Instead, Chips just watched. It seemed like he wanted to join, but wasn't sure. Fritz jumped into a play bow in an attempt to get the other dog to play with him. Germany laughed. "Russia, your dog doesn't know how to dog," he said, watching as Chips just kind of stood there, slightly wagging his tail. "Does he fetch?" Poland asked, looking at Russia. The tall man shrugged. "I don't know. Just got him yesterday. We can try in the backyard? I'm a little paranoid that they might run into the street and, well, you know," he said awkwardly. Germany smiled and nodded. "Sure thing," he said. And that's the end of this chapter. I hope you enjoyed. Anyway, I'd like to invite you to join the Discord, which is linked down in the description below. That being said, I hope you have a nice rest of your day, night, or whatever it is for you. Just enjoy your time. And I will see you tomorrow.